Okay, so here's how to put yourself on a book cover. If you want to open up SketchBook Pro, it's a free app that you can get on your own tablet. It's the one we use in school. And open up a brand new presentation. So you've got a blank piece of paper like this. And then the first thing we're going to do is import a picture. Now, I've gone and found the book cover I want to use. It's Tom Fletcher's The Creakers. And I've got that there. And as you can see, it's opened up a new tab for me at the side, and basically I want to swap this character's head for that of someone else. Now I need to use the colour picker to pick the colour that's roughly the same one used in the background. It is a slightly different coloured background, it's not all one solid colour, but what I've done is I've picked that and I'm just using the airbrush here. So it's not a harsh paintbrush or anything like that, it's quite gradual, so you might find that you've got to go over 2 or 3 times until you've completely covered the face area like that. And although it's very obvious that you've coloured over, if you mix it up a little bit and select a few other colours, maybe alter the size of the brush and things like that, you can sort of blend that in a little bit. So here I'm using a slightly darker blue. It's very multicoloured background. Of course, you don't have to do this procedure strictly. You could just put your head as a cutout over that character's head. But of course, you'd have to make it look much bigger, and then the size and the proportions might be wrong. So I always just like to do this extra step of almost like blotting out the work of the original artist. So once you've done these few steps here and you're quite happy with it, we need to create another layer and import a picture of the person whose head we're going to use. So we'll use this picture of Mr. Freeman. We'll import him now. It's too big at the moment. We don't have to worry about that. We can resize it a little bit before we press done. But eventually we will resize it to fit. Now I'm going to go up and select the magic wand tool, because that's the tool we're going to use to try and get rid of all the white in near enough one go. So I select the magic wand tool and I alter the strength. I don't want it too high, but again I don't want it too low. And then if I tap the white, you can see it selects most of that. So if I tap on the little picture in the sidebar there of Mr. Freeman, it opens up some new tools, and there you can see cut is in it, and it will cut away everything that's selected. It's one way of just quickly getting rid of a lot of the same colour. Now the rest, I'll just cancel that selection. The rest I'm going to do manually with a rubber. So I'll select a reasonably large rubber at the moment, and it's just a case of gradually just rubbing out the bits that you don't want. There are some hidden bits there that you can see. It doesn't quite delete the frame. And then just a little bit of care as you get around the area that you want to save. I'll save some of his neck probably. So you just take a little bit more care there. Now as you can see, it's obviously far too big a head for the body. So that's when we can go back up and select the move tool again. And then we can move just the head. Place it so it's roughly in proportion. You don't want the head too big or too small. We can have a look at it there. Yeah, reasonably happy with that. And then I'm going to select the rubber again and make it small, really quite a small rubber, and just make some minor corrections so that the neck sits reasonably pretty inside the head frame there. And that's really all there is to it. Simple as that. I'm happy with it. I could alter the tone if I wanted to, make the colours brighter or darker, but that kind of works. I could alter certainly the heat of the colours and things like that, but I'm quite happy with it really. That would certainly be a decent competition entry. I might want to think about changing the name of it or something like that. Go to the export button, click share, and then save image, and that has gone into your camera roll, and then you can send it in and it will be part of the competition. It's as easy as that. And of course, you don't just have to stop at one. If you want to think about some others or change the name even, like Jason and the Giant Peach, there's all sorts of things. You can even use a pen and draw extra things on, like whiskers or hats or whatever you want to do. I think that's my favourite, Owen and the Soldier. Or perhaps this one, the Gruffalo. Can't wait to see what you're going to do. I'm sure they'll be very, very creative. Do send them in.